How long will it take to become a millionaire calculator? Now that seems like an odd thing, but a lot of you search for it and you want to know how fast can you become a millionaire. Well, in my book and my plans, I say 3 to 5 years. And I've had people do it as fast as 142 days. I've had people do it in 12 months. I've had 18 months, a lot of real estate millionaires in 18 months. So how fast do you want yours? Put it in the comments below. I'd like to know. I'll take a little poll here. How fast do you want to be a millionaire? Which means how much energy and focus are you going to commit to doing the right things versus what you've been doing? You're stuck in what I call an inherited pattern. You didn't make up these money behaviors. Most people didn't. That you inherited them from somebody. Who cares where you got them from? I call that so what, now what? What are you going to do about it now when you have a guide called the Millionaire Maker, sequence and gap plans that you could just walk through? And if you really want to amplify it quickly, those quick millionaires all were mentored and coached by me and my team at the big table. So how fast do you want it? And you say, well, but I have such a long way to go and I got to fix some stuff over here. No, you don't. You don't even know what to fix. The more you try to fix and get ready to be one, number one, huge waste of time because you don't know what you don't know. And you got to lean in and do a lot differently. Let's begin with a few things. How do you get a 3 to 5 year plan? Number two, what are the financial patterns you absolutely today must change? And number three, what are the mistakes that I consistently see, having made millionaires since the early 2000s, that people keep doing to themselves over and over? And it kind of loops back to number two, which is your pattern of money just hasn't changed. Why? Because you haven't changed it. So let's begin with 3 to 5 years. So in the Millionaire Maker, that's the plan. So the way to read the Millionaire Maker book, and I'm going to give you an ebook copy, so grab it in the link below. But while you get your copy, I want you to grab a strategy session. So what you're going to do is read up to chapter 3, grab the strategy session, do your gap analysis, and then go to our sessions and say, how do I figure out what are my biggest gaps? That is what our strategist is going to do. They're going to say, where's your problem? Here's how we can be your solution. And here's, if you want a 3 to 5 year plan, what's going to be required of you. And then we begin. 3 to 5 years means doing the right thing at the right time. I call that sequencing. So I was a millionaire by 34. I probably could have been one in my late 20s, but I was out of order and no one was mentoring or even made up that word sequencing. So for example, a lot of you think you're going to get out of debt, pay off all your mortgages, then begin this. No, that is not what you're going to do. You're actually going to use a lot of good debt. You're going to learn to make a lot more money. So even if you have a job, you've got to have an entrepreneurial venture. So now their gift. I want you to go in the link and grab my Millionaire Intensive ticket. Go show up to a Millionaire Intensive. We do it every 3 weeks on a Thursday from 10 to 6 Pacific. It's free. I'd highly encourage you to upgrade to VIP so you get a recording. You listen to that over and over and over. We need to embed deeply these horrible money behaviors that you have done. Now, I'm not going to say you have mindset issues with money. I'm going to say you have a lack of knowledge and these inherited behaviors that have kind of got you to wherever the heck you are. And I don't care where you are. I have no judgment about it. And I want to know if you're serious about it. Like you got to be a 10 on a coaching scale. And of 0 to 10, are you a 10 that you want this? Because if you're a 9 and you're going to have these little excuses and back doors, I don't have any time or tolerance for it. I'm here to help you get rich. And if you don't, stay poor, up to you. So when you go into the Millionaire Maker book, after the first few chapters of context that set up sequencing and gaps and those kind of things, there's 7 stories of 7 families that are legitimate stories. I changed their names, but these are people who became millionaires, from dog walking to dune buggy sales to all sorts of different varieties of people and where they were stuck. So find the story that's most like your situation. Are you overpaying taxes? You're a lifestyle junkie? Are you sitting on lazy assets? Do you just need to make money? You just got stuck cash flow? Where is your problem? Talk to our strategist and let's begin your 3 to 5 year plan. Now, what are the patterns you have to change? Well, most people live in a can I afford it world. I don't know. Can you afford it? What a stupid question. Again, the answer to your question starts with the question. If the question makes no sense, I can't afford, or a statement. What do you mean? You can afford anything you want. You have to learn to make the money to have whatever you want. I had a private plane for the majority of my career growing up with my kids. I got it when Tristan was 3 months old and we sold it when she was well into her teens. So she lived life on a private plane. She didn't even know commercial planes existed. My son lived life and actually became a pilot at 16 because of the plane. There's so many amazing things. You say, well, that's like an extra to have. No, when you're flying cruise around the country, it's not an extra, it's a mandatory business expense. So I turned to the company when we bought the plane and said, we need an extra $50,000 a month to be able to fly and live like that, which changes all of our lives. Whatever you want, live where you want. Why are you living where you live? You live where you live because it's an inherited behavior. You haven't even left the state that you were born in. Most of you don't even have a passport, and I'm talking to Americans. These are American behaviors, which I think are odd. Live where you want invest where it makes sense. The patterns have to change. Millionaires have a make money and invest money pattern. We make it, and a percent always goes to pay us first, called an investment. So I'm going to put a real word to that. Pay yourself first doesn't mean pay you so you can buy junk. It means pay you so you buy new assets every month. You're allocating money towards new investments. So a place to park your money, we call it a wealth account, is an iFlip account. So grab my app. It's an iFlip account. I am an investor in it, and it's a way that I invest and our clients invest into the stock market. It's through Smartfolios, through a software. There's no financial planner taking fees and commissions. So the fees and commissions are all out of there. Like, it's going to be shocking for a lot of you who have accepted your financial planner's BS that says, oh, it's okay that we lost 30%. We'll make it back. Why'd you lose 30? I only lost 2.7. So change the way you're investing and have an allocation. So your intention, if you're a 3 to 5 year millionaire, is I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to invest it. Now let's go to the last topic. Before we go there, though, I want you to subscribe to my channel, click the notification button, be here 5 days a week, share this with everyone in your circle, because you are like those people. If you think you're going to be the one of 5 people and be different, probably not. Why do people join our big table? To be in a community of like-minded people who want this. What do we talk about? Make money, keep money, invest money with the team. We talk about it all, we educate it all, and you change your behaviors because you are watching other people live different behaviors as well. So when it comes to being in a millionaire calculator, let's go get you a few things. So I'm going to give you a debt calculator. So in the Millionaire Maker book, if you do have bad debt, meaning just lifestyle debt, page 194 is where you want to look for. And there's our debt plan, millionaire debt plan. Very different way to pay off debt than what you're typically been told to do. Like these national debt credit relief. Oh my gosh. And oh my gosh, I actually listened to the language pattern. Whoever scripted that is just, again, horrible statements. Oh yeah, they saved me $39,000. Now I could go on a trip. So you just got out of debt to go load up your cards and go back into debt so you can get out of debt again. The fees on reconstructing your debt on all those debt relief programs are extraordinary. Like, I would never do it. It's the last thing I was chose to do. There's other ways to do it. Page 194 and the debt calculator in the link below. Walk through it. And again, you can have a second strategy session. We can talk about how we can help you fix it. And if you blew your credit, how can we help you fix your credit? The other thing I want you to do is get behind all that and start playing with the compounding calculator. So go look up online, not millionaire calculator, compounding calculator. And I want you to just play with some numbers. So if you started putting away, say, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $10,000 a month to new investments, and say it's making a simple 12%. Anybody can get that. If you don't know how to get that, you better call our office and we'll help you find that. Just start playing with it and say, if I put, $1,000 a month away into new investments at making 12% for the next 10 years, what does that compound to? That's what you want to start looking at. I want you so motivated to put money away every month and change that behavior from make spend to make invest. It'll change your life, because now you are forcing assets to be grown every month. And you business owners, I cannot, even if you multi-million-dollar business owners, you have the worst behaviors. All you do is make and put money back into your company. You are great. You have one big asset. Why don't you have other assets? Real estate, gas and oil, cannabis. I mean, my gosh, I have so many asset classes that I invest in because I love it. And I like having a nice portfolio that brings back cash flow. So what are you doing to become a millionaire? You got to call our office. Let's begin today. Read the 3 chapters of the Millionaire Maker. And if you're serious, I'm serious. It's not for the weak at heart. If you have any questions, go to AskLoral.com, make a request, ask a question. And every day we're answering those questions for you. And if you're serious, you're going to come all the way up to the big table. And don't say I can't afford it. You can afford anything. Learn to make the money. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.